Shape Palette is a minimalistic puzzle game that weaponises the colour wheel and hurt my brain. The idea behind this is that you are trying to fill all of the shapes in the left-hand side column that must be filled in order into the slots that are in the main section of the screen. And the only way how you can fit them all in is to merge different shapes and colours together so that they merge and create a new singular shape in the colour in the middle. So looking at that colour wheel on the top right hand side of the screen, yellow and red create an orange shape when you merge them together, red and blue create a purple one, blue and yellow create a green one, but similarly green and purple can create a blue shape as well, and so you're always thinking on your feet about how does this all kind of work. That's fine to begin with for the first couple of levels because it's just about understanding the colour wheel and working your way through it, and so long as you don't go too crazy with where you place different shapes, because it's all up to you where things are placed, you kind of can unpick a level because you understand the order and what the shapes have to be put in from, because it's always from bottom to top on the left hand side. Where Shape Palette then starts to really become quite a tricky puzzle is when it starts to merge in other things across its 6 worlds and 6 specific kind of extra game mechanics. So the first one is where you then have to start wondering about how shapes can be combined. So 2 circles become a square, 2 squares become a triangle, 2 triangles become a pentagon, and 2 pentagons become a circle again. But again, you're looking at what can I merge together shape-wise that's also right colour-wise. So you can't merge together like an orange square and a purple triangle. It has to be 2 squares to make a triangle that would be red in the middle. And so you're having to keep track of 2 transformation traits and work out what's the next step and where do you put things. I found this to be quite difficult at the point where it added in a splash mechanic, which is where when you create that third colour by merging 2 together, that third colour then splashes onto everything that's around it. And thankfully, whilst the levels are quite small and contained because they're all one single screen, I really had to sit there and be like, quite a lot, trying to unpick the flow of a level. Now, obviously, if you're colourblind, you're going to struggle with this game, so I wouldn't necessarily recommend it until there are some accessibility options. And I'd also say, because I was staring at a screen for a long time that's pure white, I would kill for a dark mode on this game because I think it really needs it, because it's very bright and in your face when you're doing full screen on PC. That aside though, this game is quite cleverly put together. I don't think it's going to change anyone's life across the 49 levels, but what I did find and what I really appreciated was the fact that you can skip levels and just wander around and trial the different levels in any order that you really want to, because what I was finding was that some of the last levels on each world were a bit beyond my comprehension, and so I'd have to park them for another day, and so I'd still like oodle around with the next world and get to learn that new mechanic, because it introduces it quite well with the first level or 2 and then runs with it. And I think that's a really good structure for these kind of minimalistic puzzle games, because you can pick and choose and nibble around the edges of some of the harder puzzles until you feel like you're in the right mindset or mood to try and tackle them. I do also have some mild concerns about the longevity of this game, because the 49 puzzles, I've seen them all and I've mucked about with most of them and I've been able to solve most of them, and I've only clocked in just over an hour. So yeah, I think some people's mileage will vary with this. If you get stuck, it could take you for quite a while, but I think puzzle veterans might breeze past this once they get their head around that dual transformation mechanic. Written review will be over on highplanegames.com. Shape Palette is out on the 1st of February.